How's it going today, everybody? This is Kajime Addict, your host, bringing you another figure review. Today we are looking at the Medicom Marmit reissue Godzilla Vinyl Wars GMK release. This was released in 2015, or re-released in 2015. This was originally out in 2003. I don't fully know if this colorway was specifically out, but I do know that this was released in 2015. So let's not waste any time and let's dive in and see how epic this GMK Godzilla is. You ready? All right, so starting off the sculpt, detail, and paint apps of this figure, this wonderful, wonderful reissue, I just would like to point out right away, remember with Sofubi figures, we don't necessarily scale it on how accurate to the suit they are, but how effective the actual sculpt is and then the actual paint scheme that goes with it. I like to focus that more with these stylized artistic figures because sometimes they're made to not look like the suits, and I'm here to tell you guys, especially the young viewers that maybe were like me back in the day that said they really didn't like these figures because they weren't accurate. These figures are the bomb and some of the best figures on the market, so it doesn't always have to be picture perfect. So, the GMK Godzilla has one of the coolest sculpts I've ever seen. I love the way this figure looks. I am constantly looking at this guy. And the paint apps is really interesting. Now, I am going to make an assumption here from the bottom of the feet, bump the camera a little bit, that this is a blue, some sort of like bluey purple mold, and then it has this mahogany brown reddish color painted on him, and it looks wonderful. They only throw it in spots, more in the highlight spots that you'd put shading on, like a very nice figure, like a SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball figure or an Ultraman figure. And it just really works with this guy. It really works. I am loving it. Not to mention things that really work that maybe you wouldn't expect. The gold highlights on this figure are impressive, to say the least. The gold toes, the gold nails, the gold dorsal plates, and then the silvery eyes and teeth is just epic. I really love this figure. I'm glad I got it. I got this at G-Fest from Matt Frank's table, actually. So, you know, it's a pretty special buy for me, the fact that I got his GMK Godzilla, and not only that, I got a really cool looking GMK. This figure is fierce looking. It represents the GMK suit, movie, and just overall aesthetic really damn well. You guys can tell it does have a little bit of warping that I was going to fix before this video, but I decided I wanted to get this out first. So the legs are supposed to be a little bit more spread apart, and something's going on with the fins. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but one of these days I'll get to it. Otherwise, he's just perfect the way he is. So let's look at some articulation first, actually. Let's do that, because this guy has a lot more than a Sofubi figure normally has. His head rotates, so we're already off to a really good start there. The arms rotate. Holy cow, they go up, they go down a little bit. You can put them kind of in, so he kind of looks a little bit more chunky. And then the legs rotate all the way out. You can even have him sitting down. Boom, bam, boom. Wow, he can sit down, you know, like he's taking a break or taking something, I don't know. He can sit all the way down. That's really cool. And then the kicker on this stylized figure that's supposed to sit there and look very pretty and not collect dust because it's in a glass cabinet or on a regular cabinet, I don't know, is, holy cow, the tail articulates not in one but two places. Wow. Figure of the year. It's got the most articulation, more than a Monster Arts figure. And it looks better than a lot of them. So, obviously I'm joking, but if for some reason you're interested in the articulation, he has a ton of it, okay? Let's look at size comparisons, and that is the Marusan 350 Bio Goji, Godzilla 89. He's just slightly smaller than Bio Goji, but these two look really cool together. I'm very happy with these figures. These look really cool, and yeah. The next figure we're going to compare him to, just to show off how actually really spot on this sculpt is, we're going to look at the Monster Arts GMK Godzilla real quick. Just look at these two. You can't tell me that this Sofubi figure doesn't resonate that GMK big daddy energy. that pretty much almost all of the GMK figures do, besides the Bandai USA Bandai Creation one. That one's a little wonky looking, but besides that one, it's pretty much just all this big daddy Godzilla energy, and I love it. I'm here for it. Okay. Let's look at another figure I got this year. This was, or this set, I should say, the Bandai Premium King Ghidorah. I decided to bring out the poster one because, you know, it's the Sofubi, so why not get the one that's more colorful? This is really cool. It shows you how tall this guy is compared to even your taller Bandai Premium figures. Very nice. And the last figure we're going to look at we're going to look at one of the first Bandai Movie Monster series released this year. Notice I'm bringing out a lot of things from earlier in the year. It's almost like I'm trying to psych myself up for a top 10 video at the end of the year. Be sure to be ready for that. And here's Hedorah. Very nice. Very, very nice. Obviously dwarfs Hedorah, but, you know, that's just to show you. I would assume most people have the Hedorah by now, now that it's not in eternal back order. So that kind of shows you the scale. So, let's finish off this video, and I'll give my final thoughts. Alright guys, that is going to wrap up this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I really, really enjoyed making it. This figure is going to get an 8 out of 10. Very, very excellent. If you are a Sofubi completist or really, really want at least one of every type of Sofubi and mold and character, definitely recommend picking this up. If you guys are on the lighter side, just joining, or maybe not the biggest GMK fan, not the most necessary since this guy's a little bit more on the heavier end on price. But if you're a GMK fan, I recommend it. Maybe see if there's a different paint app for this guy. If not, I mean, this one's fine as well. So, as I always say at the end of my videos, peace, rock on, stay safe. Remember to go to Facebook, go up to that search bar, type it in, whether it's with your fingers or on a keyboard. Go in, type in Collect All Monster Collectors. Join the discussion with 1,300 other wonderful tokusatsu collectors of all different types and variations. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Me and GMK Godzilla signing out. Oh.